moon's electric, way up above the clouds. I'm floating right now. I got that golden feeling, that golden feeling, like there's no ceiling. I'm walking on a train, high in the air, yeah. I wanna feel that golden feeling, that golden feeling. This love has got my wheels moving, spinning around in circles. My head's doing swirls, alighted to the sky. I'm climbing, oh, I wanna feel that golden feeling, that golden feeling, like there's no ceiling. I'm walking on a train, high in the air, yeah. I wanna feel that golden feeling, that golden feeling. I got a feeling that feels like golden moon's electric inside my bones. Right now I got that golden feeling, that golden feeling, like there's no ceiling. I'm walking on a train, high in the air, yeah. I wanna feel that golden feeling, that golden feeling.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel where I share with you everything I know about health and fitness while I work full-time as an ICU nurse. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're brand new here, welcome. My name is Brittany. And today we went to WinCo for the first time in a while. We wanted to try it out again and see what we can find and do our weekly grocery shopping at WinCo this week. Sadly, it was a bust. It was a bust, and the reason why it was a fail was because we could not find everything on our list all at WinCo. We normally shop at Fred Meyer. Recently, the past month, we've been able to find everything on our list at Fred Meyer, but when we went to WinCo today, we had so many things missing still that we couldn't find. So we have everything here that we found. We didn't go anywhere else today for our weekly grocery shopping. So it was also a fail because I have a lot of dietary restrictions, as a lot of you know by now. I can't eat any gluten, I can't eat any dairy. I'm low sugar, and right now I'm more on eating on the low carb side, not keto, but like lower carb, lower sugar, because I'm having a real problem with hormonal acne. I'm doing a bunch of things for my hormone balance issues, including not eating any processed food, low sugar, dairy-free, gluten-free, things like that. And Fred Meyer, even Walmart, they have a bunch of healthy options, healthy alternatives. So I was really hoping WinCo would too, because I hear WinCo prices are pretty low, but they don't really have many options if you're restricted in your diet like I am. So I was pretty disappointed overall with the shopping experience. If you are from like the south part of the United States, you're familiar with Food for Less. It's very similar to Food for Less. You know, if you're feeding a really big family, if you don't have any dietary restrictions, if you don't care about organic, or if you're kind of catering a big party or a big barbecue or a big cookout, or you need to feed like a bunch of people for an occasion, WinCo's a good place to go because they have a lot of things in bulk. They have really good prices on a lot of like different types of meats, things like that. But if you're just shopping for yourself, you're shopping for just a small group of people, and you really want to eat organic, and you want to eat healthy, and you want to eat minimally processed, and you don't want to have a bunch of sugar, like processed sugar in your diet, WinCo's not the place to go. So we still found some pretty cool things, so I want to show you guys, but overall, we won't be shopping there again. We'll stick with Fred Meyer because we can find everything at Fred Meyer for the most part, and we still occasionally go to Trader Joe's here and there. And then Walmart's still a really good place to shop. They have a really big organic section, really big like healthy food alternative section too, but WinCo does not. So let me show you. I'm going to show you, most of this is like low sugar, minimally processed. I bought a couple treats because, you know, hashtag balance, but you know, overall this is low sugar, lower carb, minimally processed foods. So let me show you what we got. Okay, you guys, one more thing. The other thing I was very surprised at, not a good surprise at WinCo, is we went to pay and they don't take credit. I was like, what the heck? Who doesn't take credit? Don't take credit. And so me and my husband were like fishing through our cards to try to find our debit card. We never use debit anymore. We just use credit. We have an Alaska credit card and we like it because we rack up points for our plane flights because we live in Washington. All of our family lives in Southern California. So we like to rack up those points to fly for free, and yeah, couldn't do that. Then also you have to bag your own groceries, which I'm okay with, but I always like the option of having help if needed. And they don't have that. You have to bag your own groceries. So that was another like kind of turn off for me too. I guess I'm bougie that way, I don't know. Okay, so as always, we're gonna start with the cold stuff because everything's melting and getting warm, so let's head on over here. So greens, we always get salad greens. I like to get power greens or some sort of a mixture of leafy greens that's not just spinach. So there's like spinach, and I believe there's like some kale in here and some chard, things like that. My husband has a green smoothie every single morning, so he puts a handful of this in his smoothie. I like to use it for salads. I really like arugula. This is my favorite salad greens is arugula. I like that peppery taste that it offers. Always buy organic because leafy greens will be sprayed with pesticides if you don't, and with my hormone imbalance issues, I just don't want to chance any of that. So always buy greens organic. We normally get Starbucks iced coffee, but they didn't have that. Another thing they didn't have. So we just got this one. It's a cold brew. This is mainly for my husband because I'm trying to minimize my coffee. I actually have been drinking a little bit of coffee because I need it in my life. So, but if you want to save money on Starbucks, buy like iced coffee or cold brew at the grocery store and you'll save quite a bit of money. This is from my husband. California Pizza Kitchen makes really good frozen pizzas. This is not healthy. This is not low carb, but of course, gotta have some balance in your life. This is his post-workout meal, so he'll earn his carbs that way. This is another splurge. This is one of my favorite ice cream companies that's lower calorie, lower sugar, higher protein. This is the dairy-free one, and they have quite a few flavors of Halo Top dairy-free options. This is not gluten-free, but there's not that much gluten in here. The gluten in here is from the cookie dough chunks, but this is really good, really, really good, made with, I think it's coconut milk, yeah. And it's lower sugar, lower carbs, so I like that option. Half and half for my husband's coffee. I buy a dairy-free half and half that WinCo did not have. I like to buy it from, there's a Ripple brand that I buy, and then there's a half and half dairy-free from Silk that I like to buy, but WinCo didn't have it. Always buy your dairy products organic. So the animals are all fed like non-GMO organic grains and things like that. And so if they're fed a healthy diet, then we're ingesting their healthy diet too. But we normally buy organic cheeses too because of all those reasons, and they didn't have any organic options. The only organic dairy they had was half and half. That's it. So very disappointed with that too. They had this cottage cheeses for my husband too, which Nancy's probiotic cottage cheese is really good for you. So I was happy to find that, but not organic still. If you've ever tried it, it doesn't really taste that much like cottage cheese. It's its own food. I don't know. It just has its own taste. So either like it or you don't. My husband tolerates it, so he bought it again. But it's better than like your regular cottage cheese brands. So yeah, not a whole lot of organic options. My husband likes to buy this lower calorie yogurt dressing for his salads. He likes to buy the salad kits. They didn't have any salad kits there either. He likes to buy the salad kits that come with the toppings and the dressings already there because it's very convenient. And he doesn't use the dressing in the salad kits. He uses this kind of dressing. Bolthouse is his favorite brand, but they didn't have any of that either. I was happy to find this though. This is a vegan ranch dressing. The ingredients are pretty clean for the most part. So I was happy to find this. I normally get my vegan ranch dressings at Costco, but I was totally out. So this was an okay find. Okay, another fail. No organic frozen fruit at all. I needed frozen blueberries, and I buy all of my berries organic because they are sprayed with pesticides also, but nothing was organic. No frozen vegetables either were organic. So we kind of like compromised. Mango doesn't really have to be organic because you of course eat the inside of a mango, you don't eat the outside, so that's not a big deal. I didn't buy the blueberries that I needed because I really need organic berries. Edamame should be organic also, but we only use a little bit of it, and so we're okay with that. Now, broccoli and cauliflower don't need to be organic, so I was okay buying these frozen vegetables non-organic. We use this a lot in like last minute meal prep. It's really easy to throw in a heated pan and thaw real quick and eat it. So we always buy this for convenience sake. Okay, so back to produce over here. Because I don't eat any gluten, I'm picky on my pastas. I always get a spaghetti squash as a backup if I don't have gluten-free pasta, and I really enjoy spaghetti squash. I'll do a recipe video coming up on how I cook my spaghetti squash because I'm very picky on how I do it, and I think it turns out great every time. And then you don't have to buy asparagus organic, so I got 2 of them because their organic produce section is basically non-existent. Well, every time, Bella, are you done? Anyways, I was lucky to find the bell peppers organic. You want to buy peppers organic, but their produce section was very tiny. So I got these just for some stir fry for later on this week. Butternut squash because it's fall, and I always make a ton of butternut squash recipes in the fall. You don't have to buy it organic because you're peeling off the peel, but I also will make a recipe video coming up on my butternut squash recipes because I think they're pretty tasty. Broccoli, again, you don't have to buy organic. I buy the broccoli that's already cut up because the nutrient profile is more readily available for your body to absorb when it's already cut up like this. Mushrooms, I always buy mushrooms. I normally buy them organic, but non-organic is not a big deal. Just sometimes they're sprayed with fungicides and you never know if they are or not, so, but that's fine. These are not organic, but we'll still eat them. Some onions, because I love to caramelize onions and throw that in with stir fries, throw that on top of meals and on top of baked potatoes is a really nice option. So I just really love caramelized onions, and all I do is just roughly chop them up, put some ghee in a pan or coconut oil, and then you just brown them in a pan. So it's really, really tasty. I always have onions. Don't have to buy those organic either because you're peeling off the peel. Apples, I was lucky to find a package of organic Gala apples. I'm really hesitant to buy them in a package because I can't physically like look at them very well and make sure like don't have bruises and stuff. So I'm crossing my fingers that these are gonna be okay and not rotten. I always buy avocados, and they did have mini ones there, so I was excited to find mini avocados. I thought Trader Joe's were the only ones that had mini avocados. I like the mini ones because I don't have to waste a half. I can just eat a whole, and I'm not too full. The other thing too is these ones are kind of ripe already, so I'll just put them in the fridge so they don't ripen anymore, and then they'll save for at least another week. So just a pro tip there if you didn't know that. Always buy potatoes because we have baked potatoes at least once a week. Baked potatoes are really easy just to throw in the oven and bake, and then you can top them with anything you want, so we do that a lot. I don't really like regular russet potatoes. My husband does. I like sweet potatoes, so we have one sweet potato, one russet potato. Bananas, we freeze these for smoothies in the morning, or I like to make banana ice cream. And if you haven't checked out the video, I'll link it down below on how I freeze my bananas for smoothies and for recipes. It's the video called Kid-Friendly Recipes, so go check that out if you want to know how I freeze my bananas. A good find that I was excited to find at WinCo, Dave's Killer Bread Bagels, because a lot of grocery stores still don't carry them. I can't speak today, so that's why I'm laughing right now. You guys won't know that because I'm editing out a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, but these are really healthy for you. They're organic. They're very clean ingredients. They are not gluten-free, so I can't eat them, but my husband really enjoys them, and I don't mind him eating them because they are very healthy for you. So the other thing that WinCo has that's pretty cool is they have a lot of dispensers of food items. So you can just grab a bag and get whatever you want, however much you want, and then you can label it, and then it's actually cheaper that way to get your items in bulk that way. So they had pumpkin seeds, raw pumpkin seeds. I do something called seed cycling, for those of you who don't know, to help balance my hormones. So these next couple weeks I'm eating pumpkin seeds. Another nut that's really hard to find in grocery stores are Brazil nuts. And especially if you're vegan, these are a really good option for you to eat because you're not eating chicken or any other foods that are high in selenium. These are really high in selenium. That's really good for your immune system and brain health. But of course, I'm not vegan, but I still enjoy eating these because they're very healthy for you. And my husband likes them too. These are also raw, which is really important for Brazil nuts. Actually, any type of nuts, because raw, the nutrient profile is higher than if they roast it. If you buy your nuts roasted, they're not going to be as healthy because it zaps the nutrient profile away from them. All right, another thing, I needed more ketchup. I'm a ketchup lover, and I bought the no sugar added ketchup. I'm not thrilled with the ingredients in this. It is no sugar added, so that's good. So it is very low carb. But how they sweeten it is with sucralose, and I'm not a fan of sucralose, which is the same thing as Splenda, for those of you who don't know. I normally buy the ketchup from Thrive Market. That's very healthy for you. I'll put a picture of it here, but they didn't have that. Fred Meyer has Thrive Market stuff, and so does Walmart, just FYI. But what I was excited to find was Swerve. I am a big fan of using erythritol in my low-carb dessert baking. Some people are sensitive to erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol. I'm not sensitive to it, so my stomach's fine with it. If you are sensitive to erythritol, there are other options like monk fruit sweetener. I use that also. I buy that at Costco though because it's cheaper. And stevia, and there's like stevia blends you can buy too. But I really like using erythritol in my low-carb dessert baking. And I've never seen this before, brown sugar. So I'll try this and see if I like it. But just by touching the package and by kind of like manipulating it, I can tell it's brown sugar. All it is erythritol, and then they add fruit juice concentrate for color. So I'm not too sure how they get the consistency right for brown sugar, but I'm excited to try this in my baking. I needed flaxseed because of my seed cycling. I'm on flaxseed the next couple weeks and pumpkin seeds. Okay, so if you've been following my videos for a while, you know that I really like pork rinds. And this company is one of my favorite companies because their products are very clean and they are high quality products, high quality animal products. So I like buying from this Epic company. And the ingredients in these pork rinds are very minimal, they're clean, there's no preservatives, there's nothing bad added to them. I haven't ever tried this chili lime flavor. I think I've tried the rest of the flavors. So also these were a lot cheaper at WinCo if you like pork rinds and you like healthy pork rinds. I think these were about $2.25 a bag, and at Fred Meyer I think they're like $5 a bag. So that was a win there. Coffee beans we got out of a dispenser also. I was very happy to find organic. They have a bunch of different organic bean options, so that was a win. Just a reminder, you want to buy your coffee beans organic, fair trade, because if they're not organic, they're sprayed, of course, with pesticides, and I'm just always looking out for my hormonal health, and you guys should be too. Ooh, okay, I bought this. Yes, it's baby food, but a lot of you guys that are seeing my videos have kids, and WinCo had a ton of different organic, like baby food pouches, but this was a cheap price, $1, I believe. So you can stock up on a bunch of these, and they put them in boxes too. So if you didn't want to buy them individually, you can buy them in a big box too. But this is, I'm actually excited to try this. This is apples and spinach and kale, and it's organic, which is really nice. So I just bought it just to show you guys. Coming on over here, beer. I hate beer, but my husband likes it. They have pretty good prices on beer, pretty comparable to Fred Meyer or Walmart. This Lacroix flavor, I've never seen this before. Maybe you guys have, but I have not. Hibiscus, so it's a flower flavor. So we'll see what it tastes like. But we are big fans of Lacroix. We are big fans of Spindrift too. We were disappointed to not find Spindrift. They don't have any Spindrift at WinCo, but they have lots of different flavors of Lacroix, so that's good. I'd rather drink Spindrift because Spindrift doesn't have any like natural flavors in it or anything. We got some energy drinks here. I don't drink these every day because I'm incorporating some coffee in my life now. But I will drink one of these when I'm in desperate need of caffeine or energy, like at the end of a 12-hour shift. It is organic caffeine. It doesn't have anything added, no sugar, nothing. It's just some B vitamins and some caffeine. I really like these ones. If you like sparkling water, you'll like these. If you don't like sparkling water, don't buy them because they're just very minimally flavored. They just taste like sparkling water. But I wanted to try this. Yeah, I've never tried Herbamate before. And basically what it is just tea caffeine. It says functional tea blend. So it's 160 milligrams of caffeine and no sugar added, nothing else added. It's basically just tea. So I wanted to try this. The prices on energy drinks there were pretty comparable to Walmart and Fred Meyer, just so you know. Okay, I wanted to touch on this real quick. I thought this was cool. I've never seen kombucha in cans before. I always see them in glass bottles. So this is more convenient for me to take places. But if you didn't know, fermented foods like kombucha, like sauerkraut, like kimchi, and even like wine and beer and things like that. So fermented items are really good for your gut health, and if your gut is healthy, then it boosts your immune system. So if you have issues with your gut, with digestion, I would incorporate more fermented foods in your meals and you'll notice a difference. And then I just got some maple extract. I don't know, this is the only brand I could find there because I am gonna bake with it this week. I'm excited to bake these low carb, they're keto bars too. And maybe, I think, I'm planning on doing a video coming up on like low carb dessert recipes for you guys. My low carb dessert recipes taste just like the real thing without the added sugar. So this is for my husband, he just loves beets. So their canned vegetables actually are very low in price. I think this was 50 cents, this can. So I don't know that I've ever seen cans for 50 cents before. So, and then they have a bunch of like different shots. Like this was the energy one that I downed in the grocery store because I needed some energy. But they have like immunity shots, antioxidant shots, things like that. I think this is like a little bit pricey, around the $2 mark, but that's pretty typical of like immunity energy shots. I found these because winter's coming here in Washington and it's getting chilly and all of my cozy socks are worn out. So I always like to keep cozy socks on hand because my feet get cold easily. These were $6, so I was like, well, it's worth it. And then the rest of this is just cleaning supplies. And then some, if you guys see that, some hair dye, because if you didn't know, I do my own eyebrows. I do not get them done. So I use some dye for my eyebrows because I don't like to I don't want to spend the money right now on microblading or any of that on my eyebrows. So I do it all myself. If you want me to do a video on how to do your eyebrows, let me know. Kind of random, but I can show you how I do mine. I have switched all of my personal products, like my hygiene products and lotions and shampoos and conditioners, things like that, over to like clean, organic, good for my health, good for my hormones. They didn't have any of that available. They just had your regular like CeraVe, Jergens, yes, St. Ives. They just had your regular generic brands of lotions, which is fine. It's just they all have like parabens and other chemicals that your body absorbs that aren't good for you. So they didn't have any like healthy options for lotions, and I needed more body lotion. This Burt's Bees isn't bad, so I picked this up because I'm completely out of lotion, but I normally buy the Acure brand of body lotions and other products. They had Acure there, but not lotion. Disinfecting Spray, I do use this. I'm trying to switch all my cleaning products over to like more healthy for us and the environment cleaning products, but you guys, I need the real like disinfectant spray for my shoes, for my work shoes. After every shift, I spray my shoes down because of COVID and things like that. I need to make sure that it's working. So I bought another bottle of this because I need it. I just keep it in my work bag, and after every shift I just spray my shoes off. The other thing, I don't know, you guys. Comment down below if there are substitutions for bleach, because I have the old-fashioned white sinks and white tubs that need to be bleached, because otherwise if I don't bleach them, it gets all grimy and yellow, and my sink turns yellow in the kitchen, and it's not a good look, and I'm just tired of the yellow, and I cannot find a substitute for bleach. So if you have a substitute for bleach that truly works, that gets all the grime off, that gets all the discoloration off of like porcelain and like white tubs and white sinks, please let me know. In the meantime, I had to buy another bleach. So when I bleach my sink and scrub my sink in my bathtub, I use gloves, and I should wear a face mask. I don't, but I'm going to start using a face mask, and I definitely wear gloves because I don't want to inhale this and I don't want to touch it. But I really need my sinks looking white and my tubs looking white. It's just my type A personality. It just bugs me if they're not. So of course I had to get shower cleaner. This works really well to get like the grime off your shower walls and things like that. I haven't found a product that's like all natural that does the job. So let me know if you know of any cleaning products that actually does work to get like soap suds and grime off of your shower walls and tile and things like that. I really want to know. But in the meantime, I bought this. Okay, you guys, that'll be it for the video. Yeah, we are disappointed that WinCo didn't have what we wanted, didn't have anything to really offer us in terms of our grocery list, but we still had some good finds. It was still fun to go there and look around. Hopefully you learned something. Like I said, I'm trying to eat more lower sugar, lower carb right now because of my acne and my hormone situation. I normally eat low carb anyways, but recently I've just been eating like a lot more dried fruit and not really paying too much attention to my sugar intake, so I want to pay more attention now. So hopefully this gives you some ideas if you want to be lower carb and healthy. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up because it helps me in the YouTube algorithms. If you like health and fitness like me and you like some nursing stuff or some medical stuff, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet, and the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos with me. I upload 1 to 2 a week depending on my work schedule. Oh, and share this video too if you want to, because that also helps me in the YouTube algorithms. And comment down below if you have any other ideas of what videos you want me to make, if you have any comments of what you saw us get today. And please let me know about the whole cleaning situation. Okay, and that's it. And always remember to be kind to yourself.